Greetings from Sebasco Harbor Resort near the tip of the Phippsburg Peninsula. I'm here with the Lighthouse Keeper, Bob, who's going to share what's kind of going on here. And let's start with, it's a beautiful autumn day. Getting a touch of color around here.
Yeah, it's beautiful.
And
just starting to turn. Just starting to really get to, we're not quite at peak.
No.
We're up in the mountains, but not here. But it's still pretty. The gardens look great. And we've had a lot of fun over the last couple of years, despite all of this COVID stuff. It has given us an opportunity to make a lot of changes and to fix a lot of things up. The Lighthouse got a nice big renovation. I'm pretty proud of that. You can still hear things going as we redo and repaint some of the buildings here.
And I understand in a few weeks, what's currently the largest saltwater pool in Maine, and right on the water here, as you can see. Just give you a little view of how close we are to the water. That's going to get redone, right?
It's going to get a big facelift, and then long overdue. We were actually hoping to start it last winter, and good luck finding anybody who would do pools last year. They all got put on hold for a while, and then they all had 100,000 people who wanted a pool once they started back in business. So we finally were able to get it scheduled for this October. We start the day after we close this year, and by next spring we'll have a whole brand new pool that's a little bit more kid friendly, and I think a little bit more guest friendly. Nice gazebo for food and beverage, and yeah, it'll be nice. It'll be something to come visit.
Well, let's talk about now. So what's going on in the fall? What are some of the activities that happen here?
Well, I mean, we had two brand new boats that joined the fleet over the last 2 years. And Random Island just came back in from a nice evening, late afternoon cruise, I would say. And that was 85 passengers, and it's been pretty busy all season long. And then we added this spring the Bay Dreamer, which is a nice 47-foot Sabre yacht, and that's a beautiful boat, and mostly private charters, but if someone wants to sneak off and go someplace up the coast for a night, you can make those arrangements as well, and give you your own private captain. There's two beautiful cabins in that boat, and two different nice experiences.
Now you've of course got the golf course.
Mm-hmm. We built 3 holes, so we actually have a 12-hole golf course, which is a little unusual. We had a 9-hole course. We redid the 3 practice holes that were kind of a practice facility for youngsters. And a guy named Jeff Stein came from New York and rebuilt the entire thing, and it looks spectacular. So we now have 12 beautiful holes, and we'll use that on occasion for tournaments and other gatherings of family, but we'll still have those 3 holes primarily for use of youngsters to learn the game. So that's been a big thing here for a long time.
So on a beautiful day like today, guests can come and just play, and of course it goes right to the water's edge.
It does. The second hole is a classic, right over Round Cove, and it's a pretty tough hole. It gets its share of giggles because it's very hard. And one of the neighbors who's got a house to the left of it has heard some real profanities over the years because it's tier to tier, and it's just hard. But it's been fun.
And you've got hiking trails.
We do. That was the big change we made in the spring when we had a little time on our hands before we had any guests. We had Bill Emerson and his son Ben redo a whole trail network on the 300 acres across the street from the resort on the Merritt Mountain parcel. And we added 4 new trails last year and a 5th trail this year. So you can go in a number of miles in a bunch of different directions and see some beautiful stuff up there. And there are 3 different peaks now that these trails go to that you can see all the way to Mount Washington from the top.
Really?
It's fabulous. It's fabulous. You'll have to take a little hike tomorrow.
I will.
Yourself.
I do. And I know you've got a full-service spa here as well.
We do, and it's been very busy this year. And, we've had the staff to be able to keep it going. We went down a 5 days a week this year because it was hard to staff at all 7. But we did a lot of fun things this year with a few of the challenges that we and others have had. And we added grills all
So you
around
talked to me about the food.
Yeah, which was nice. You want to make your own dinner? We'll bring you steaks and salmon and all the setup and all the utilities and a grill and everything, so you can cook your own food. And we added food trucks this year to give a little variety because we had the Ledges Pub open for lunch and dinner as usual, but the Pilot House open for breakfast, but not for dinner because we just didn't quite have enough people. But we'll open it back up next year.
Story all along, all, everywhere.
Yeah.
You've also got that wonderful bowling alley.
Yeah. Edward keeps people very happy. It's a classic, 4 candlepin lanes, and we renovated that a long time ago to add a whole section with pinball machines and air hockey and pool and ping pong, and so it's the entertainment capital of Sebasco and Ed Kelly, who's been there now for years, is a pretty entertaining guy, and probably gets more love in our guest surveys than almost any employee we have. So,
that's fabulous.
Yeah, it's great.
So, how late are you open this year?
We're closing the 17th of October this year. We were actually planning to be open a week later, but we had a few different groups because of things spiking again and decided that they wanted to put it off till next spring or next fall. So we're hauling it down a week early, giving everybody a little bit more breathing time off before they head for their next tourism season.
So people can come and enjoy pretty much all these facilities. A lot of it is included, and then some things are an extra fee, like you're doing a spa service or going out to boat
trips. Those are some things that are extra fees, but not going. You can bowl, you can enjoy the quarter deck and time with Ed. There's no cost there. We have canoes on the lake and paddle boats and things that you can use as well.
And one of the things I love is the variety of accommodations here, from cottages and pet-friendly cottages as well.
Pet-friendly homes too. We've added the first floor of Main Lodge is pet-friendly now. The first floor of Harbor Village West is pet-friendly. So pretty much all the accommodations have a pet-friendly section to them, which is nice.
So you can have a room in the lighthouse. You can have a room in...
No pets in the lighthouse.
No pets in the lighthouse, though. Okay. But you can have some of these cottages and the other buildings over there. I can see with the decks upstairs.
Yeah.
But yeah, the main lodge, it's a lot here.
There's a lot to do. So if you get a chance to come visit us, nice to see you. That'd be awesome. And give us a call anytime.
Alright. Sebasco Harbor Resort, Phippsburg, Maine. Check out that view. Send you off with a... Can't beat that. And the sunset's going to be gorgeous tonight. And yeah, it's another place where you're watching the sunset over the Atlantic in Maine. It's
weird.
It is weird.
People still can't get used to that.
Thanks, Bob.